Mark, will you lead us? Lead.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Anybody?
There's a microphone on.
Yes, no, it's on.
Ready?
I am, yes.
Time?
It's 5 o'clock.
Time?
5
Yes.
o'clock, yeah.
It's 5, a little after 5. I'll call the regular meeting of the Board of Directors, Industrial Development Board of Stewart-Houston County. I'll open up the meeting with, you all should have received, thank you. You should have received your minutes, a copy of your minutes, financials. Floor is open for a motion to let me pay, bills be paid and let me transfer, no, it's the next one.
Yes.
Sorry, I always do that, thank you. Motion that, unless you all have changes, deletions, motion to accept the minutes as presented, the financial. Fitzhugh, second.
Second.
Grasty, have a motion second, all in favor, let it, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, let it be known, saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Okay. All right, let's get to the call, what,
Eco,
yeah. You have anything on eco?
no, I haven't heard anything on eco material.
Okay. Next, under old business is, day gen status. Do you have something you?
Well, can I have a microphone?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
I've got, I thought I'd bring this to the meeting and let you all know what I know about Day Gen. This is, an email that I got from, Chris Cravens, our attorney, in that, in the lawsuit that we just dealt with, that was dismissed. And, he had inquired of, Day Gen's attorney what their plans were. And, he sent me a screenshot of what he got from, Suzanne Marsh, who is the attorney for Day Gen. And, she says, and I'm just gonna read this letter to you. So this is her letter to, Chris Craven. She says, Chris, Kevin Shin is traveling overseas this week. And this was back, a week ago Tuesday, I guess. And she says, I spoke with him today. Hysonic, Hysonic, is a publicly traded company on the South Korean Stock Exchange, or its equivalent name. Day Gen Materials is a private company. Hysonic's largest shareholder is the owner of Day Gen Materials. The plan is to pay FLC, that's Forcum Lanham Contractors, in full before the end of the year and purchase the real property from the IDB. Day Gen Materials anticipates that construction will resume in January. And then she says, I will check in with Kevin Shin again next week to receive an update on the process, but we haven't heard, or I haven't heard anything further on that. So that's the latest on the Day Gen building. So,
Any questions?
and again, I don't vouch for any of that or know that any of that's true, and the lawyer can't either, I'm sure. That's what she's been told by Kevin Shin. So that's what Day Gen is saying that they're gonna do that. So that's all I have on that.
Okay, thank you. No questions for him? Project Clearview, anybody heard anything from them? I haven't either, have you?
No.
Any of you all heard anything from Clearview? No. All right.
Do we need to
All right.
follow back up with them?
Pardon?
Do we need to follow up with them since they haven't done anything?
It's up to you all.
Cause we gave them a counter proposal and they've not responded, correct?
Well, like I've told you before, Gary and I have been fooling with them for several years, and they'll go dark. I mean, they'll just go off the radar for a while, so. But that's up to you all. Whatever you wanna do suits me.
Would you like for me to check with, somebody, maybe, we could check, probably start out with the TBA,
Nick,
Nick Cunningham.
or Barry, Kaylee Berryman. She's with Economic State.
I'd just like to know where we're at.
And I haven't heard a thing from them, so, if you'd like for me to, I'll do that, before the next meeting and see if we can find out, if they've had any, communications with them.
Yeah, I would like to know.
Do we need to make that in a motion for our lawyer to do it?
You need a motion for that?
And if you just want, y'all just want me to do it, I'll
Yeah.
just, put that I need to check with them and report back.
Okay, any other questions for Attorney Benson? All right, last but not least, under old business, Development Board, road repair. Anybody have any comment on that?
Yeah, did we send them a letter?
Sir,
Did we send Cummins City a letter?
what do you say we sent comment?
I don't know, I couldn't hear him.
Said we sent,
He said, did you send Cumberland City a letter?
did we send one?
Yes.
No, as far as I know, we sent Clearview, told them what we wanted to do with the $10,000 an acre, correct me if I'm wrong, and then we sent, Sheetrock, letter and see if they would help along with it, and that's all. Are you telling me that we were supposed to have done that?
Yeah, we
Cummins City?
voted on
When?
it in the
When did we vote on that?
meeting before last.
Anybody remember that? Maybe I'm asleep at the wheel.
I made the motion, and it passed,
Okay.
with 2 saying no.
Is that, you all wanna do that? You wanna send Cumberland City a letter, the city of Cumberland City? And what do you propose to say? Huh? Pardon?
Sure, the road needs fixed.
I'll make a new motion on it then. I make the motion that we instruct Cumberland City to effect temporary repairs immediately with whatever materials necessary within the next 30 days.
You hear that?
You
Ray,
write
you
all that
getting
down.
that?
Can you repeat, you said motion for immediate repairs?
Howard's making a motion, correct?
Right?
Do you have a second to that?
Yeah, I'll second.
Who was the second?
French?
Yeah.
French.
Okay.
Make sure she's got it all right.
Yeah. You wanna read it back what you,
All I've got is immediate repairs to Cumberland City. Is there something more specific?
Yeah, to effect temporary repairs using whatever materials are necessary.
If they just put some crusher run down there, it'd be better than what it is.
You know, crush and run and roll it, pack it down for the temporary to get through the winter.
Do you just wanna ask them to do that? Is that what you're, want her to say?
Yeah, you gotta ask them, if you don't, we don't do something, we're gonna find more lawsuits that are gonna keep attorneys busy. Because people are getting hurt, they're getting their personal properties being damaged, and it's Cumberland City's fault. It has now become a social media, frenzy.
have a motion second, any further discussion?
Okay.
All in favor, hearing none, all in favor of the motion, let it be known, saying aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
All right,
Motion carried.
motion carried, yes, thank you.
Yes, can the mayor say something?
You might have a problem with Mayor Beecham saying something you like to address.
I'm sorry, what?
Just really simple and fast. I didn't want to speak before y'all vote, but I've spoken with, one of the aldermen in Cumberland City. I've spoken with the incoming mayor. I've reached out to Ken Smith, and I reached even out today to Georgia Pacific to see if we can get a member of the board, county mayor from Houston, I'll be there, and all those that are players involved in getting an end game for this road. We've heard that Mr. Rice said it wasn't put in right, and I've spoke with 10 people over this road. We can't look at the rear view. We gotta go on and get it fixed, and however we gotta get it fixed, and then moving forward, come up with a good plan. I think we can do that. I've got a plan laid out. I don't wanna go into all the details right now, but I ran it by Mayor Brake. It'll work. It's a long-term fix, but we can do it in the short term with the monies that we have. But those two players have to step up to the table also. And, Mayor Brake's already spoke with TDOT, and, I think Miss Vicky, from what I watched last time, shared some concerns about the turning lanes and things like that. You know, I think if we can fix this road once and for all, get that turning lane moved up the hill, get those trucks turned out of Georgia Pacific on the short haul and keep them off of that long road, we'll have the longevity out of this road that we need. So that just want to touch up after that vote. Y'all can send the letters. I've already spoken with the other players besides Georgia Pacific. They have a little bit of, it's hard to get a hold of their brass. So, we've reached out, I've reached out twice now.
Well, the motion will actually support what you're doing.
Yes, so,
Mayor Bishop,
We also need
you comment
to,
about me saying it wasn't fixed right?
yes, sir.
That didn't mean I didn't wanna get it fixed.
No, but I thought I heard you say
Yeah,
in the very beginning that road was not.
And also, when the park was built, there was nothing ever said about sheetrock plant.
Right.
So
It's
after the
100
park
trucks a
was
day,
built,
you know.
they built the road on into the sheetrock plant.
We're glad to have the sheetrock plant. We want to be partners, and we want to help them all we can. We want their trucks wanting to come to Cumberland City to get sheetrock and not dodge every pothole. I'm like you, somebody sent me a post today that lady blew a tire out over that. That's not what we want, and nobody in this room wants that, clearly. But it's time to get down and let's get
get it done.
the people in here and get it done.
The
Thank you, Mayor.
other part of that is that we need to do a motion to, at least temporarily, have all of the trucks come out the Stewart Road, Stewart side.
I'm not experienced on that. Everybody up here is way more experienced than I am on that. I have to listen to Mayor Brake because he is 100% more experienced than I am on it. I just know that they're sending 100 trucks on average a day out there. That's what they told me. We're sending out 100 trucks. So it's no wonder that road, if that road was fixed right, I doubt it would still be,
Yeah,
in
not
good
with
working
that.
order.
Well, if you've been by there to notice this in Temple Inland or Georgia Pacific, but up there where the concrete trucks, the IMI come out at Meriwether and Southern Gate, they just wearing that out, and they're not overloaded, that's not my point. And none of those trucks at sheetrock are overloaded coming out of there either.
They're not overloaded, but they got 77 to 79,000.
Right, exactly.
It doesn't matter, 80,000, 78, whatever, they're both heavy.
And those 12 yards of concrete at IMI, when they twist, you know, it's eating the road out.
But if you look at 149 at Southern Gate, if you go out there and sit and watch, you'll see the semis coming out hauling the wallboard.
Yeah.
They're the ones cutting their back tires are going off.
Yeah.
They're running the
Well, see,
road.
years ago, the park board paid down at the Stewart County entrance, the intersection there, you gotta go left to SIG or right to the sheetrock. Y'all remember, we bid that out, putting concrete, cause they were just eating that up.
But if you, I'm just using this for an example. If you look where they're coming out at Southern Gate, right now, they're tearing the road. But if they were coming out at the other end, all they got to tear up there is blacktop. They don't have a ditch to go off in with a cover.
Yeah.
Take a look at it.
Just if you have any complaints, just like your constituents or whoever, you know, that you especially, well, all of you on the board, except.
Hey, Cass, I'll go ahead and make a motion, we rescind that, where they would go around by Southern Gage and down, come out the other road.
Second.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm hearing impaired, Randall.
Well, you're old.
I've been here less years than you have.
Not many. I'll
Go
make a
ahead.
motion that we rescind the vote we had to send them by Southern Gage, and they can start now coming back out on the Stewart County side.
I second.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Just
I
go like they
understand
were
what you're
coming out
saying.
forward.
You want them to come out to Stewart County
Yes.
and quit coming by Southern Gate?
Yeah. It's gonna be less damage to the park, it sounds like.
Okay. Motion, have a second?
I second it.
Spurgeon? Motion and second, any further discussion?
Yeah, I got a question. How is that policed or enforced, or how will this change be taken care of? All that.
I don't have an answer. I don't know.
There's a sign over there on Cumberland City Road, on that road, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you put a sign up?
We just take the sign down.
Cumberland City takes sign down.
Yeah.
My comment on this, Jeff?
Yeah, Mayor.
Yeah. Come on.
Talking about the enforcement, Marty, I understand what you're saying, but when they started directing the trucks around by Southern Gage, it was actually supposed to be enforced too, but we still had trucks coming out the other way, the Stewart County
I
side.
thought so.
And they're coming out there today. I actually followed one to the store the other day to get fuel. I was coming down 149, and I asked him, how come he come? He said, well, have you been around the road there lately? I said, no, I haven't. He said, it beats me to death, with 75,000 pounds, and I understand that.
Yeah.
But enforcement, I don't know if it's ever really been enforced. I mean, maybe it has, but I don't know if has there been tickets given,
You wanna explain to him?
Mr. Martin? That would be Cumberland City Police.
Yeah.
Taz said we could not make it a one-way because Cumberland City did not have any one-way streets, period. The signs were put up, the industrial board asked for the signs to be put up.
Well, it's worth a try, I guess. I mean,
Well, basically, we're just going back to what we were doing
Yeah.
originally.
And
Most of them are gonna go out that way, I would think.
Most of them are what?
A lot of the trucks are coming out, they're coming to the Stewart County side today. They are.
It's not so bad.
Am I right in saying that, when I understand the shorter version coming out of Stewart County and there's less damage, the damage to road?
If you come out, I've said this before, if you come out the Stewart County side, you're damaging 200 or 300 yards of road. If you come out the other way, you're damaging 3/4 of a mile.
And what's the chance you get to turning lane going up that hill?
I spoke with T-Dot Friday, and I know that other people talk to them, I have too, but they promised me they will come and talk to us about it. He told me that the bid was supposed to let in May of 26, but it could be pushed back because of the damage in East Tennessee. He told me that Friday, and I actually talked to the director.
makes sense.
Have a motion and second, any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, let it be saying, let it know by saying aye.
Ah,
Motion carried. All right, any new business, anybody have any new business come forward this board? Next meeting will be January 28th, 2025 at 5 p.m. You have an election. January's the month we do the election for officers. Motion to adjourn?
Can I
Doris.
make one comment?
Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me.
It's okay. I was just gonna say, Mayor Beecham said I expressed concerns. No, I just brought information of the location for the route from TDOT. Because there was a big discussion about where the turn lane was gonna be located at, and so, reaching out to TDOT, they indicated, and it was mapped, that it would be down by Southern Gage and MLEC, so.
That's exactly what he told me Friday, that that's the plan was to come there, but
Yeah, so it
they
wasn't,
do not mind coming to look at it, they said, they
Yeah.
will come.
it wasn't a concern, it was just informational on the location.
But that's not the request that we submitted when we talked about it,
I don't know.
because Howard drew it up. And we all looked at it.
That won't solve the problem if they don't go up to the
No,
Stewart County.
that's a waste of time,
The
isn't it?
turning
To
lane,
me,
Well,
the decent prior and decent in Houston County with the
gonna
engineer down
have
there,
to
and the lady from
Should
TDOT,
contact
and that's
TDOT,
basically
have
what it
them
would
come back.
cost
should we
to bring the
ask,
industrial park road
hey
up
Marty,
TDOT standard.
should we draft a letter
And,
to,
yeah, oh yeah, 3. And
about that's where
they
it needs to
both,
go?
the engineers stood there and told us that they've got plenty of room to make a turning lane
I know they're working on it.
Stewart County to Houston County on 149 without moving any of the utilities, because TDOT wouldn't move any utilities. Because they said they have plenty of room to make the turning lane without trying to widen the road for the thing.
They're still, even if they come out there, they're not gonna get fast enough to get up that hill, they're still.
All right, motion to adjourn, you did,
Yeah.
we're adjourned.
Who adjourned?
Pardon,
Who was the first motion?
George,
Dorch. Who was second?
Grasty. All right, that's all of that. Okay, 5:22 by the clock, call the regular meeting of the Board of Directors, Stewart-Houston Industrial Park Board to order. We do have a quorum. You all should have gotten your financials from that and a copy of last month's minutes. And I need to, tomorrow morning, give me permission to transfer $6,200. Additional bank bond, second, here, second.
Second.
Dorch, have a motion, second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Y'all seen your bills, we pay them. We, huh?
The minutes in the bill,
I'm sorry,
did you approve the minutes?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nolan bottom looks great.
Oh, yeah, thank you. We voted last month to let AM FLC to Bush Hog, and he's done an excellent job. Of course, some of those saplings underneath the phone line are so big that, you know, he can't do it. It'd take track hoe and everything else, but as far as Bush Hog, and I'm tickled to death with that, so.
No good.
You all have been by and saw it, seen it, so, yeah, okay. See, any other old business we have? Any new business come before the board? All right, it's a quick one, then, Judge, you have anything? Motion to adjourn?
Don't move.
You have people you're supposed to ask.
Oh, yeah.
Pardon?
Is anybody commenting?
You have comments, you've got to do, state, city.
I don't think they signed in. Nobody
Doesn't make
signed
any
in.
difference, you still gotta ask.
Y'all have some comment? Good? Mr. Black, you have any comment? County Mayor? You good? Okay, no comments. Motion to adjourn. Next meeting will be January 28th, 5:15 PM.
Who was the
Motion to
second?
adjourn.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
French. I had a motion.
French.
I second it.
Okay.
We're adjourned. All right, thank you all. Merry Christmas.